Great Egg Harbor Watershed is very big. It starts up in the Berlin area in Camden County and flows down all the way through 4 different counties into the Great Egg Harbor Bay.
It's like the Nature Channel on steroids. We have eagles, we have ospreys, we have all kinds of different fish.
It's a migratory bird stop and one of the largest in the Atlantic flyways. We have a fair amount of interesting scenery, especially in the lower end of the river where the estuary is. And in the upper end of the river, it's freshwater. So we have 2 different kinds of riverscapes within a very short drive of each other. I think that makes this river fairly special.
My name is Julie Akers, and I became a trustee in 1990, which is when the Great Egg Harbor Watershed Association formed. In the beginning, we were definitely a very grassroots group of people. Several trustees, we were working without any money. My biggest motivation was a man named Warren Fox. He was an individual who was a retired coal miner from Pennsylvania, and he decided that he wanted to work to protect this area that he really loved. And that inspired me.
My name is Fred Akers. I started working for the Great Egg Harbor Watershed Association as the first river administrator in 2002. And I've also been involved since its beginning in 1990. The reason I took the position as a river administrator kind of goes back to the actual study and designation of the Great Egg Harbor River. Back in the mid-'80s, there were people, including my wife, Julie Akers, who felt that the river was threatened and wanted to see some extra level of protections. They went to Congressman Bill Hughes at the time and decided that he could create a new paradigm for wild and scenic river management. He got a legislation to authorize the study of the Great Egg Harbor River to be included in the wild and scenic river system. But it was unusual in that this was the first that would be designated with no federal lands. Congressman Hughes and the Park Service decided that the river could be managed by local people.
It's not a top-down management structure. If anything, it's a bottom-up management structure. And the Park Service serves to really serve the municipalities and to help the Great Egg Harbor Watershed Association implement the local management plan.
I'm Gregory, and I'm the River Council Chairman. Well, I may be chairman, but everybody has a voice. The smallest community has a voice. The largest community has a voice. We've been doing so many great projects that we actually have worth in the community. As long as it's for the public good, there's a great chance to have the public rally behind you.
Hi, my name's Lynn Mon, and I live in Cumberland County. In my role as an environmental educator, I generally focus on the Great Egg Harbor watershed when stressing the importance of protecting the Great Egg Harbor River. By providing a variety of programs for all ages, I hope to engage individuals across a broad spectrum of interests. Everything that we do in the watershed, both positive and negative, will ultimately have an impact on the river, so it is vital that we engage the public through educational programs. Frequently, both the children and adults we encounter have limited or no knowledge about the river, its importance, its history, its value. We believe as an organization that it is vital to educate the public. We hope the outcome is an appreciation for and a desire to protect the Great Egg Harbor River and the Great Egg Harbor watershed for generations to come.
I started working for the Watershed Association when I was still completing my bachelor's degree at Stockton. And so when the opportunity came up after I graduated to work with the Watershed Association, I jumped on it. I do participate in outdoor classrooms with kids. We do an outdoor classroom in Corson's Inlet every year, and we catch a lot of different kinds of fish. We teach kids about the different species and biodiversity and the food chain. It's also part of my job to be out in the field and do field surveys. So especially after river council meetings, if a counselor from any of the municipalities brings up a river-related issue, we like to go out in the field and see firsthand what's happening.
We have a marine debris program where we're trying to remove large debris items that get floated off of people's property upstream. You need to have a presence and be around and working at it if you want to protect the river.
I think we have probably the largest colony of osprey nests being maintained by one group in the state.
It's really part of the Watershed Association's mission to really ingrain nature in children, and I can say that I'm the perfect example of that. I spent almost all of my time outside on my little riverbank, and I would look for all kinds of stuff. You name it, I did it, and I love it, and that's why I'm here today pursuing a career in the environment.